all the recipes are fairly easy. There are 2 recipes that maybe you're going to learn a little bit from. It'll take a little bit of time. I have a lasagna, which is a gluten-free lasagna, all vegetarian, with a little bit of, it does have ricotta in it, but you can substitute for that. And then I have my my crepes. Those 2 recipes are probably a level, not an easy level, but mid-level. And by the time,
you can't substitute ricotta. I'm sorry.
No, you can't.
Well, it's
see
all,
that
the Italian in me had to speak up.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt.
You're Italian.
Yeah.
Well, she is too. But if you can't eat it and you want to have these good flavors, there are things you can do to make
Flavor.
it
Right.
work right for your body.
Okay, got to interrupt
Continue.
real quick. And Joey, that's once in a while. That's when you can cheat a little bit. And have the real ricotta. If you get the good stuff.
You know I'm going to.
Yes. Because every once in a while,
know
it makes you feel good, because if you feel like you have to stick to this one diet,
right,
you're going to get depressed, you're going to get in, I can't say it on the radio, the B mood, right? And you're not going to be happy. So, learn. And guess what?
What?
When you start this and your family gets hooked to it, think of how fabulous it's going to be for the children.
Absolutely.
Because they say with the obesity in this country,
it's an epidemic.
Right, because of all the fast food, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. So once Mommy and Daddy starts playing with this and start teaching the children, they're going to be happy.
Yes.
And that old saying, a happy wife is a happy life, right? A happy family is a happy life. So get to it. And again, I just got to bump in. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev, right here on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. And we're right down here in San Badoo. And we're talking to Joyce Goodman. This is part 2 about gluten-free. Is it for me? You darn tootin'. We're talking about her new recipe book, and you can go to Amazon and pick it up for $2.99, or on the 21st of March, go to Amazon and you can get it for free. I don't care what you do, get this book.
Now, last week you were having technical difficulties.
Yeah,
I have a website that's an author's website for just this book, and it is glutenfree4me.com. Last week it wasn't working, but this week it is glutenfree4me.com, and it'll tell you all about the book, and I talk a little bit about the seasonings, and it links to my bounce2health.com, where it has all the information of all the fun things I do. I try to make health and wellness fun.
It has to be fun.
It has to.
If it's not fun, nobody's going to do it.
That's right. And I want people to be happy.
Yeah, you got, and talking about happy, I'm just glad you said that. Real quick, I got to bump this in, because last week, the way things were going, we didn't have a chance. Now, did anybody watch the Oscars?
Yes.
All right. Loved it. I really did. And, of course, being in what I do for shopping and this and that, and Jessie from Jessie J Collections, and Fashion Week and all this other good stuff. Well, I watched it. Some of the gowns are, others were Holy Toledo, right?
Who did you like the best?
Wait a minute. I'm getting to a point talking about happy. Now, when the entertainment started, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and they had Bon Jovi on there, and he sang that song, A Long Walk for Freedom.
Right.
Brought down the house, right? Then they had Bette Midler on there. Wings, the wings on
Wings Beneath My Wings.
Right. And she was singing that. Then, right? I was watching it by myself. I was in my home. I was in my jammies. I had my dinner there, and I was just having a good time. Well, when Ray Anderson, I think is his last name, he came out with his band, and he started singing that song, Happy.
That was Farrell. Farrell did it.
And when he came out, and you just hear that song and you start getting happy. I don't care where you are, you're getting happy, right? So he walks off the stage, and did you see him? And he was getting everybody in the audience up to dance, this and that. Now, I'm going to tell you, that song can make you happy. Now, get that song in your head, or go and purchase the CD and play it. Get it in your kitchen with your children. Go to to Anna's Linens. Get all your nice, fancy spring stuff, and get Joyce's cookbook and start cooking. Everybody's going to be happy.
Everybody's going to be happy.
Yes,
That's
fabulous.
right.
And real quick, before we go on, and there's another thing I want to bounce out. Now, talking about getting happy.
Yes,
right?
Talk about it.
Everybody loves shopping, right?
I do.
That's right. Even the guys, even though they don't admit it, they love to shop. Well, sometimes you're out and about, and you just bang into a store, and it blows your socks off.
Right.
Right? Okay. That's what happened to me last week.
Where'd you go?
I was on the road more than I was off in it. My car was so happy when Sunday came. It really was. It took a day off, too. I didn't know what it was doing in the garage, but it took a day off, right? Well, anyways, when I left some of my meetings, and I was over in Loma Linda area, some of the girls told me in Grand Terrace there is a thrift shop, which we call antiquing, right? And the name of it is New, the number 2, U. It's NEW2YOU. That's the name of it. And they are on 22400 Barton Road in Grand Terrace, and their zip code is 92313. Their phone number is 909-824-0220. Mary is the owner, a very, very charming lady. And she is also a nurse, and she takes care of the babies at the hospitals and stuff, the tiny infants and everything else. Went over, I found the shop, and it just knocked my socks off.
Aww.
You should see, you want to talk about one-of-a-kind, thingamajiggy, whatchamacallit, doohickeys? Go there. You are going to be so happy. And her hours all week long is from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
That's long hours.
That's long hours. And she has different people running the shop and this and that. She has furniture, rugs, tables, chairs, lamps, pitchers, dishes, knicky-knackies, thingamajiggies, whatchamacallit, flowers, the whole 9 yards, right? Get into the back section where the clothes are. Joyce?
Vintage.
Oh, I am definitely going back there next week because I got to be back in that neck of the woods. I'm going shopping.
Good for you.
Yeah, I did buy one thing, though. I'll tell you about it. Well, what she did is she had this big rack outside of the store. And it's done very neatly, very nice. It looked expensive, right? Well, they had suits hanging on there. Now, when we dress up, we got to wear the suits.
Right.
Right? You can't wear cut-off jeans and flip-flops even though we want to, right? Okay. They have suits in there, 2 to 3 piece suits. The jacket, and they have the skirt or the pants, or they have a dress and a pant. You know how the suits mix and matchy there? $5.
Oh, my gosh.
$5. I'm looking at this sign wrong. So I go in and I ask Mary about it, and she says, yeah, it's $5. One of these ladies called her up, and the lady was moving. She had umpteen piles and piles and piles and piles of clothing. She was moving. She said, here, take them. Put them in the shop.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I found this one. I'm not going to tell you what it looks like on air. I'll tell you afterwards, okay? I'm definitely going back there. But, folks, if you want something with good quality, the tags were still on it.
Wow.
With the name of these stores. I mean, this is no joke, right? If you want some good suits for the spring and the summertime, because we're in that season, and you want something at a good quality but a reasonable price, go over to New to You.
What city is it in?
It's in Grand Terrace, and they are at 22400 Barton Road, Grand Terrace. The zip is 92313 if you want to Google it. And their phone number is 909-824-0220.
I got to ask.
Yes.
I have no idea. Where's Grand Terrace?
Grand Terrace is right next to Loma Linda.
Okay.
You know where Loma Linda is?
I do know where that is.
Okay. All right. So when you're in Loma Linda and you hit Barton Road,
okay.
All right, keep on going. You're done bang into Grand Terrace.
Okay.
All right?
I got the visual now.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to and you should see the quality of these dishes and everything else. I went, holy moly. Yes, so do that. And we're not hearing from Gail, so you know what? We need to talk about their shop and about their sale. Okay?
Oh, they have such great things.
Yes. And also, Mr. Hubby down there, Ken, he's not saying a word. I don't know when he's going to be jumping in here on this discussion, but, anytime you want to jump in, jump.
Thank you very much. I've been enjoying every bit of it, and, I just haven't had a chance to jump in here.
You always have a chance. Don't wait for an invitation. Just start talking. You wait for an invitation, you ain't getting one.
I do want to say, back to the recipe book, I just got to say that lasagna is absolutely fantastic. And I was a guinea pig for all the recipes, but that's my absolute favorite. So people, give it a shot. It is so good.
And I love the name lasagna. Because
Excuse
it is lasagna.
Okay.
And somebody coined that name. I was at a meeting, and they said I could use it, so I am. I have to cook for 30 people on the 18th, and they've requested the lasagna and a salad, and I'm going to do it, so I have to figure out how many lasagnas to cook, but it's tasty.
Don't you mean 33?
33?
1, 2.
Yes, 33 people.
Thank you,
If I
Joey.
would have had time, I was going to bring you a little sample. Next time I come, I'm going to bring you some.
Joey just got us invited.
Like that?
Yay! And out of curiosity, before we talk about Anna's linens, why are you cooking for 30 people?
I think it's so exciting. There is somebody that I know that belongs to a big networking group, and it's something like Think and Grow Rich. It's a women's empowerment where you help women expand their businesses, and it's a big networking group. And I'm just moving into a new facility, a new studio, and I have the room, and they want me to do a presentation about the book because it's 2 or 3 days before the free book comes out. And they graciously asked me if I would like to do the presentation, and I said sure. Then they called me and said, how about fixing dinner for everybody? I went, okay.
You like the way this works? Hey, we'll invite you over to our house, but bring the meal.
Yeah, and it's gonna be $5 per person, and I'll provide the salad and the lasagna and water. And knowing me, I'll throw something extra in. But I think I can make it happen. I love challenges.
That's weird. I need a presentation next month too. Are you?
Listen, I'm a party thrower.
I know you are. I can see it on your face. And Joey, you look so nice when you're all dressed up. You really do.
I like your sarcasm.
No, it's true.
For his event, he would be all dressed up, right, Joey?
Yes.
So, Joey, if there's some lasagna left over, we'll make sure that you get some, okay?
All right.
You know what they'll do? They'll call FedEx, and they'll ship it right to you.
Yeah, that sounds safe.
And the same day, boom, here. Because poor Joey and Mia and Brett, right, are board ops. And we have another Joey on the weekend. I feel so sorry for these guys because a lot of times they're stuck here. And everybody's talking about food and stuff. And I'm thinking, we got to keep on feeding these people, So, yeah, we'll figure out how to get you that.
Absolutely. And I will say that the lovely Leanna made the lasagna. She added ground turkey. I give alternatives for people. And it was great. They loved it, and she was able to do it. And it was interesting because I don't think her experience with, I don't want to say anything, but my son really loves to cook. Leanna pitches in and helps, but that was her event. She made the lasagna, and I hear it was wonderful. And they took the recipe from the book, so I guess I got it right.
There you go. And talking about this, and then we definitely have to talk about Gail Kelly, Anna's Linens. Talking about this before, I didn't find the gluten-free noodles yet, lasagna noodles. But Rotini came out with I love that. And it's gluten-free. So I tried it. And it's the real stuff without the gluten stuff, right? So what I did is when we were children, we used to make baked spaghetti. Right? And we had the meat in it, the sausage and this and that. And then we would put in sliced carrots, slice them long way, not short, long way, for they lay nice and flat in there. And then we got the asparagus, cut it right down the middle.
What a good combination.
And, take the carrots and your asparagus. Just steam it. Just a teeny whit to help it, get in thaw. And just make your layers. And what you do is you make it just like lasagna. You put your gravy. We call it gravy. You call